Hi, my name is Jeremiah Shields. I'm an honors student with NMC's Great Lakes Culinary Institute. You are attending my third consecutive dinner for my honors project.
This dinner is being held at Farm 651, a local vineyard, apple orchard, and hops farm located in Cedar, Michigan. It is attended by NMC culinary instructors and the owners of Farm 651. Prior to this evening, I hosted an introductory meal, as well as a casual food tasting. These two events have culminated into this evening's final meal. My menu will consist of 4 courses, starting with the appetizer, a fall fondue trio. This dish will consist of beer, poached brats, fingerling potatoes, bread, and apples. All of these ingredients will be dipped in either a beer fondue, Gouda fondue, or Swiss fondue. This combination of fall harvest ingredients should generate great flavors. The second course will be a traditional Autumn Panzanella Salad made from a variety of fresh vegetables including thyme, onions, chives, and celery. I expect my diners will appreciate the seasonality of the dish and the use of local, farm fresh ingredients. My main course consists of marinated beef tenderloin, smoked corn pudding, barley risotto, and beef red wine au jus. Finally, for dessert, I am serving a spiced pumpkin cake with caramel filling and candied apple ice cream a la mode. These fall ingredients should work well together and give the dish a warm, spicy undertone that everyone should enjoy thoroughly. Let's get started. My preparation begins with the Autumn Panzanella Salad. The first step in preparing the salad is to slice the raw vegetables and mushrooms. We must first degill the mushrooms before any slicing can begin. Hazen Remus is my assistant chef and will be helping me throughout the evening.
What I got Hazen doing over here, he's working on my Autumn Panzanella Salad, and right now he's working on the mushrooms. The mushrooms, these mini portobellos, he's degilling. You'll see the little gills on the inside. And you want to scrape those gills out. Those gills really add a bitter flavor to the inside.
Once the mushrooms have been degilled, we slice the caps into proper portions and put them on the stove to saute. Next, we strip and mince farm fresh garlic that will be used in both the salad and the barley risotto as part of the entree later on. Farm fresh garlic has a very strong smell and flavor. Next, we strip fresh thyme by hand. This thyme was grown locally at the Great Lakes Culinary Institute's herb garden. Using locally harvested thyme adds tremendously to the freshness and depth of the salad. The remaining vegetables prepared are celery, onions, and chives. When all of the vegetables are ready, we mix them with croutons and spinach in a large bowl. Then we plate the salad and add Asiago cheese to top it off. At the same time that the salad preparation is underway, we begin the fall fondue trio. The first step in preparing this dish is to make the poaching liquid for the brats. This liquid consists solely of Leinenkugel's Fireside Nut Brown beer. So we simply pour the beer into a pot and let it simmer. Once the broth is ready, we put the broths in to simmer until done. At this time, we also prepare the German beer fondue, Gouda fondue, and Swiss fondue. To make the German beer fondue, we mix cheddar cheese with beer and other ingredients. Then we let the mixture heat until we achieve the proper consistency. We prepare the Gouda fondue in a similar fashion, using instead wine and Gouda cheese. We make the Swiss fondue with Kirsch and Swiss cheese. Once the fondues are ready, we take the broths out of the poaching liquid. We then slice them along with the bread and apples. We dip the broths in the cheddar cheese fondue, the bread in the Gouda fondue, and we put the apples in the Swiss fondue. We plate each dish with a sliced fingerling potato in the center, surrounded by the apple, bread, and broth slice. We garnish the dish with prosciutto and fresh chives to finish it off. We start preparing the main course simultaneously with the appetizer and salad, beginning with the beef au jus. The jus consists of red wine, mirepoix, beef stock, and fresh vegetables that we previously reduced down to a liquid over a period of 8 hours. Our first step is to boil and simmer this liquid, then strain it twice through a cheesecloth.
What I have here is my jus. I've quadruple folded this cheesecloth. The cheesecloth is really acting as a strainer times 4, and it's catching all these fine particles of this mesh. If you look down in here, and I'm really trying to catch all the good liquid as it's coming out here, but I don't want all this particles. And this is all that, the onions, the carrots, the celery, the garlic, all that stuff I ground up or I pulverized for all that flavor, and it's got phenomenal flavor. But I don't want it in my sauce. It's gonna get really gritty. It's not gonna be good on the plate. This is the purpose of this straining process. And then once I'm done with this, I'm gonna put this back on the stove and reduce this liquid, this sauce, back again.
This process leaves less than half of the original mixture, which we then reduce once more. We then take this mixture and put it into a squeeze bottle to be used as a side sauce for the beef tenderloin. Around the same time that we are preparing the au jus, we also start on the barley risotto. First, we cook the barley on the stove until it is al dente. Barley is considered al dente when it is mostly cooked but still somewhat firm. Then we strain it from the water and put it in a large skillet. In the skillet, we add heated chicken stock to the barley until it is absorbed. Finally, we add the sliced mushrooms from earlier along with green onions and spices. The combination of these ingredients add an earthy tone to the risotto that will pair well with the tenderloin. While our preparation of the au jus and barley risotto is taking place, we simultaneously prepare the beef tenderloin for roasting. Prior to roasting, this tenderloin had been marinating overnight in a mixture of aromatics and wine.
What I got here is this fabulous beef tenderloin. It's been marinating for the last 18 hours in this fabulous marinade. I got carrots, celery, onions. I got bay leaves in here, peppercorns. I've got juniper berries, salt, and pepper. All of that flavors I brought to a boil, reduced down to simmer, let it simmer for about 10 minutes. I cooled it all the way down, and then I let it set into the beef overnight. And now this is the product you see right here. It's a fabulous looking product.
We begin by removing it from the marinade and patting it dry. We then take mustard sauce, a mixture of wine, mustard, and seasoning, and rub it into the meat. Then we load the meat into the oven and let it roast until medium rare. Once the meat has reached its desired state, we remove it from the oven and slice it into proper portions. Finally, all the ingredients are ready to be plated. First, we portion out the barley risotto and fan the sliced tenderloin pieces on top. We put caramelized onions on top of the meat and around the plate to add visual appeal as well as flavor. We add smoked corn pudding to the side along with a squirt of au jus as a complement to the tenderloin.
More of these?
No, Isaac. Disappeared.
Oh. That one should be done.
Those are fine.
Okay.
Finally, we are ready to prepare dessert. For this dessert, we have chosen a spiced pumpkin cake with caramel filling and candied apple ice cream a la mode.
What I have here is that spiced pumpkin cake I spoke about earlier. I sliced it in half, and I have this fantastic caramel filling. I did a traditional caramel sauce, but non-traditionally, I substituted 50% of that cream, the heavy cream that you put in there. I went with cream cheese, so it gave it a really sweet cream texture. And then I put these walnuts, rum-soaked raisins, and cranberries, and a little bit of orange zest. So it gives us this really hearty fall filling. Now this cake here, I also took that beautiful rum-soaked liquid, and I brushed it all over top of this, so it really soaked in that flavor.
Because most of the dish was prepared prior to this evening, our only task is to slice the cake and plate it with the other ingredients. We then add a rosette of chantilly cream to finish it off. I hope you have enjoyed this meal. Please take these lessons and use them in your own kitchen to enjoy with family and friends. Thank you for watching, and happy eating.